top 10 ESG stocks list in Malaysia. Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
ESG stands for E, environmental, S, social, and C, corporate governance. Now, this hot term refers to the three central factors in measuring the sustainability and societal impact of an investment in a company or business. Investing in companies or stocks that are ESG compliant is known as sustainable investing or socially responsible investing, SRI for short. It is an emerging trend and has become an important part of mainstream investment decision making going forward. Now you may wonder, how does this help me make more money? Well, say if you invest in these stocks today and 6 months later some Arab pension fund from the Middle East, they just have this 2.6 billion lying around. So instead of donating that amount to one single high-ranking Malaysian government official, now they are now smarter, right? Don't want to embroil in these scandals anymore, and then they just want to instead invest this 2.6 billion into Malaysian stock market. But the fund mandate is obviously Sharia compliant, but on top of that, they have to use SRI, socially responsible investing approach. And they say, I only want to invest in ESG stocks, right? And when the big money from foreign investors come into Malaysia, therefore this will drive the stock price up because you listen first to CF Liu. And because of that, you are now sitting on a handsome profit. Well, maybe not now, but in 6 months' time. Sounds like a plan. Can you imagine if this is happening to you? Then don't skip a single minute of this video. See, no regret clicking in to watch this, right? No fluff as promised. The entire top 10 list spoon-fed to you in under 1 minute by me, CF Liu, one of the most hardworking and prolific independent licensed investment portfolio manager in Malaysia, being engaged by the largest bank and the largest fund manager in Malaysia to conduct investment workshops for their internal staff. All I'm asking from you here is just a gentle tap on this video on the like button, Very easy. Ensure that you stay until the end though to learn more about which ESG stocks that has gotten me over 500, 600 over % of return, and which ESG stocks that also happen to be a high dividend stocks, and which technology and healthcare stocks in Malaysia which also happen to be in this ESG list. We're going to go through the top 10 ESG stocks list in Bursa, and the thing is, you also have to do your quick check or which of them is undervalued or overvalued, but we are going to go through that very quickly today. Well, why do you want to go through this? Don't you agree, if it is undervalued, then when the big overseas money come in, they are likely to invest into stocks that is undervalued instead of overvalued. So that when that happens, you make bucket loads of money from your investment. Am I right? The only question left is what financial ratio to look for. I explained a lot in this video on the upper right where I share the 10 most undervalued stocks in Malaysia. In that video, I talk about how to quickly check whether the company is undervalued or not. Don't forget to watch this video also here after this video. First in this list is uncle auntie favorite bank that is called Public Bank, and this is its PE ratio and this is its price per book ratio. Now you know a lot of dividend investors like to hold Public Bank because it gives a good dividend, but the thing is it's not even in the top 10 highest dividend which I talk about in this video. Now watch this if you have not already. Now one of the stocks in Bursa Malaysia that is also considered as an ESG stocks is called RCE Capital, which gives very high decent dividend. It's not in this top 10 ESG stocks list, but an ESG stocks nonetheless out of the 70 over ESG stocks in Bursa Malaysia. Second, Bank Harimau, Maybank this PE ratio, this the PB ratio. Now the top 10 ESG stocks list that I cover over here form nearly 60% of the entire market cap of this ESG index. The other 60 over stocks that is also considered as ESG stocks in KLSE, you want the entire list? Leave a comment below. The fact is, in the area of corporate governance, Malaysian companies demonstrate some of the highest level of performance in relation to other companies operating in emerging markets, and in terms of overall ESG ratings, it is ranking 5th out of the 16 emerging market countries in FTSE Emerging Company Scores. So not bad, Third, needs no introduction, TNB. Without TNB, I won't be making this video and you wouldn't be watching this, right? We all will live in darkness, and this is PE ratio and this is its PB ratio. Now, ESG stocks are analyzed based on companies' exposure across a full spectrum of material risks, classified into 14 ESG themes and underpinned by more than 300 detailed indicators. These are the high-level details like anti-corruption, corporate governance, risk management, tax transparency, supply chain, and under that you have environmental, which is divided into biodiversity, climate change, pollution and resources, water security. And then there's another thing called supply chain. Under that is under social, which is further divided into labor, standard, human rights and community, health and safety, and customer responsibility. Now the fourth biggest ESG stocks in Bursa Malaysia needs no introduction also is Top Glove. Now, we believe ESG is the vaccine for any crisis, former EPF CEO said in an interview with Bloomberg TV. When we look back at 2020 and we look at the assets that are ESG compliant, we found that even at the height of the pandemic, they deteriorated at a much lower rate than the other assets. Even Malaysia's largest pension fund aims to make its investment based on ESG practices by 2030. Now, they have a high conviction that holding sustainable company assets or stocks can make it more resilient against future market financial crisis. See, when I mentioned earlier, you have to readjust your investing strategy by being aware and understand the emerging big trends. ESG trends is one of it. Now, don't be too stubborn to only stick to one investment strategy like value investing, because it's very dangerous in a world that changes all the time. Now, if you are still stubborn, or for people who are still stubborn, they only stick to one strategy for 20 years, I have to say, astaga. Fifth, Sotong Bank or Octopus Bank, CIMB, and this is your PE ratio of CIMB, and this is your price over book ratio of CIMB. By the way, another ESG stocks in this list which I previously invested into it and it gained this much of percentage. I'll give you a hint what stock it is. Something you do every year on your car, and the thing is, if you cannot guess it, you want to check out the full details, it is in the upper right hand corner. 6. Petronas Chemical, where this is the valuation ratio. By the way, the ESG criteria is quite strict and it's reviewed every June and December, so twice a year. Sometimes companies will got kicked out of Bursa Malaysia ESG list, replaced by other stocks or company. Yes, they have this called FTSE Good Index in Bursa Malaysia, and the company or the stock that is ESG compliant mostly are from these sectors: industrial goods, consumer services, and financial sector. 7th, needs no introduction, competitor to Top Glove, Harta Lega, and this is their valuation ratios. If this list has been too overwhelming to you and you say, I have no time, I'm very busy, then consider getting the advice and the service of an investment portfolio manager. Could be an independent advisor like CF Liu. You can really fill up a fact-finding form to see whether there's a good fit to work together in the description below, or you can see our clients' feedback over here in the upper right. Now, thing is, you may not like my face, you might not like the way I talk. Never mind, you go and find another independent advisor that is as credible or more credible than CF Liu. Okay, don't forget to actually check out also their client testimonial and ensure that they are licensed by the Security Commission as well, just like me. 8. Sime Darby Plantation with PE ratio and price over book ratio of such. Now, the two rapidly growing sectors are technology and healthcare, no doubt. And I'm happy to let you know that there are 4 ESG stocks that I want you to consider in these two rapidly growing sectors, which in my opinion have one of the most resilient business model going forward. Now, they are Inari, MyEG, Telecom, and Go Pharma. Now, why these 4 could be the best stocks that you could invest this year? Watch this other video that I have for you. I made this earlier, so check that out. Super important lah. What we are trying to do is to hit the areas where the 3 circles overlap. Does that make sense? Say an ESG stocks would be perfect if it's also in a fast-growing sector. Now that is also at the point when you want to buy these stocks is undervalued. Got it? Now best of course in this area lah, right? The middle one. But even if you hit this area, or this area, well, not too bad. It's better than hitting only this area, or this area. The 9th is Axiata, Celcom lah. This is their valuation ratios. And for your information, the 3 Malaysian REITs stocks that make it to this 70 over ESG list, according to Bursa Malaysia, is these 3 REIT stocks, which is Hektar, KLCC Staple REIT, and also Sunway REIT. Now, you want to go watch this video on why REIT may not give you the highest dividend yield at any point of time, but it could be the most consistent dividend paying sector in KLSE Bursa Malaysia. Now, the 10th in this list is DG, and this is their valuation ratios, PE ratio and price over book PB ratio. What if I expand this top 10 list of ESG stocks where I cover also global ESG stocks? Sounds good? You want it? Vote and show your interest by tapping once on the like button below if you have not already, or leave a comment, yes, I want it. Not to mention, if you want to buy me a plate of nasi kandar once every month for publishing superbly actionable video like this that you can take action right away every single week without fail, and it will help you make more money, then consider supporting CF Liu channel by becoming a member of CF Liu Insider member from as low as 10 ringgit a month. Now on a higher level, you will get perks including like one-on-one monthly Q&A consultation with me, whether it's in a group or in a one-on-one basis. Check it out, and you are most welcome if you do support. Now disclaimer, although I'm a licensed independent financial advisor, this is not a recommendation to buy, and this is not a stock tip. Don't cry father, cry mother when you lost money, okay? Because you take my information, you go and do your own homework too after listening to me in CF Liu channel, and then you have to follow what's happening in the company after you invested in. The thing is, if you have listened to my advice today or in previously and you have made money from your investment, then consider subscribing to CF Liu channel. Hit on the notification bell so you get notified when new videos are published every single week, right? Now the info presented to you here is subject to change, so don't follow bulat. Please check again the figures. You know, sometimes I may make mistakes, but the method that I've shown you over here will always be evergreen. The thing is, I'm spoon feeding you, I'm giving you the fish, but at the same time you take the initiative and also learn how to fish. Okay or not, you can do this. And oi, Yosh, feeling awesome so far? Great! Prolong that awesomeness by watching these related videos popping up just in front of you if you have not already. High growth stocks in Bursa Malaysia, high dividend stocks in KLSE, most undervalued stocks in Malaysia, or even topics on day trading. Check out any of the videos in front of you, or just watch all of them lah. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, because I'm very sure you have found this superbly useful.